So, who in this podcast is going to be ripping some Top Series 1 now?
Yeah, Jason.
Did you guys see? I didn't even send the last promo I saw on Twitter. Did you see the other promo? 2 tickets to the World Series.
In Top Series 1?
There's a redemption card that will get you 2 tickets to the World Series in Top Series 1.
Wow. They are genius, man. Fanatics and Topps, man. Genius.
Right, okay. But like before, because we like to dog them. I like that.
Yeah.
I like the ticket idea more than the other promo because I already know who's going to get the other promo, and it's going to just make John. That's going to be John's serious Joker origin story.
It's over.
Like he's like that's going to be.
Yeah.
You want to know how I got these scars? Like
That's right.
when that goes to Backyard Breaks.
Yep. Man, and they got a ton of supporters out there, man. Hating on our video. Don't like us posting. Talking shit about Backyard Breaks, but whatever, man.
I wasn't.
Yeah, we all know.
I wasn't talking shit. I was literally just parroting an article. So it was
what I was posting. Hey guys, read the article.
Yeah, man.
Want to know what we're talking about? Just read the article.
I'm not smart enough
you guys are spreading misinformation. I'm like, yo, dude, we just read an article and talked about it on our podcast. Like, can everybody have a Snickers? Have some chocolate?
I'd like a Snickers.
You know what I mean? Like, come on.
I guess I didn't even I was so busy today at work. When you said that we were popping up a little bit on Instagram,
it was like,
that's why I said I was like, man, we probably should just be commenting with the Card Lines article.
Yeah.
Like, and that
I should have tagged them, been like, hey, by the way, this was from an article.
Yeah, I was so swamped today. I didn't even realize that we were blowing up again.
Everybody can go and watch the full episode to get the full context of what we're talking about. But I'm telling you, breakers got to be sitting back, just waiting for the cash to roll in. Now that Topps and Fanatics announced that in the new Top Series 1 set, they're going to have a redemption card for a 1952 Topps Mickey Mantle. Holy shit. Holy shit, man. What the hell? That is crazy. That is a life-changing card, man. Life-changing
Is it,
card.
Is it, though?
Yeah, even if it's authentic, even if the card is authentic, I'm sure that card is going to be beat to shit. Because that was the first thing that came to my head is like, okay, well, what's the condition going to be like? I mean, y'all ain't going to be handing out a PSA 7 Mickey Mantle over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, but even if it's authentic, isn't that card like $60,000, if not more, maybe? That's still like life-changing money to somebody. That can pay off your debt. Yeah, that could buy you a new car, whatever.
To somebody, if it goes to the right somebody.
I know.
If it goes to the right somebody, which it's not going to.
Pray somebody goes to their local LCS, rips open a top Series 1 hobby box
it's a kid.
in the
shop. I just want it to be a kid.
And they pull that card. I pray that happens. But everybody, here's the thing. Everyone's ripping it. Everybody's going to rip this set. Yankees and breaks. Holy crap, man. They're going to make a fortune off of Yankees in a break. Everybody's going to be, every single breaker is going to be ripping Top Series 1. All for just the one card, man. All just for a redemption card of a 1952 Topps Mickey Mantle, which
I hate it.
Is probably one of the biggest news I think Fanatics and Topps has ever released.
But so that's to like a point from episodes a while back ago about like, who cares about vintage? Who cares about vintage? Like, so
when it's that card, everyone's gonna care. John,
it's gonna go to somebody who,
John,
what
do you think, man?
I don't know.
How many boxes you gonna open?
Probably none. But if you're gonna approach it in a smart way, you should buy the Yankees. I shouldn't say you should buy. If it were me, I would buy the Yankees in multiple case breaks, and I would buy as many spots as I can. Depending on how crazy you're willing to get, technically you can spend like 20 grand if you got 20 grand to throw away. Because if you hit that mantle, you're going to double your money. Like Eric said, do I trust that it's going to go to somebody who's buying into breaks? Not really. Or you're not. It might go to somebody who's buying into certain people's breaks, but I really do hope that it goes to, if it gets ripped by a breaker, I don't want them to get like dragged through the mud. I hope it gets ripped by an honest breaker and it goes to somebody who deserves it. Baseline would be really cool.
Why can't it get ripped by like a son and dad?
Yeah.
Make my
In
day.
At their local LCS, man. Just
podunk
grabbing a blaster off the shelf.
flyover state.
Can you imagine
How about
if it was in a
that? Why
blaster?
can't it go off of that? Why can't it be some blaster some guy got in fucking Nebraska or some bullshit state nobody cares about? Sorry, Nebraska. But like,
How dare.
Damn. Tell us how you really feel about
but
Nebraska.
it's not going to. Like, until it does, I don't believe it's going to.
Yeah.
Where's
I mean,
Mickey from? Damn it!
What's
I
up?
knew that. I knew that once upon a time. Where's Mickey Mantle from? I feel like he has a nickname that is his name.
Originally? Oh, I don't know.
Go find out for us. Maybe it'll go to somebody there.
I was thinking like maybe they like make sure it gets distributed somewhere in New York, but like that's like even next level. Holy crap. I didn't even think about that.
Let's just
like
hope that it, like you said, let's just hope it's just some random person that either bought a blaster, a mega box, or just one hobby box off the shelf. And then they go and they pull this life-changing card. I almost think, man, I want to be done with sports cards. And I'm almost like, maybe I'll snag a hobby box or so.
He's from Oklahoma.
Thank you.
Oh, there you
Damn
go.
it. I knew that son of a bitch. I was like, I was going to guess Oklahoma.
It's gonna be some
Thunder
Thunder
because it was the Commerce Comet.
Exactly.
So,
thank you.
Yeah.
You know what else I hope? I hope whoever does get it doesn't sell it. Please redeem it.
Oh my God.
Hold on
Please
to it.
don't sell that. Yes, please keep it.
I'm sorry, but if I got it,
no, keep it. Oh my God.
I sent it out and got it graded, I would sell it. I would sell it because, man, that money could take away all my student debt, man. My student loan debt would be
I would
gone.
not put that card in the mail.
No, I meant like I would wait for the national and I would just hand deliver it to them.
That card in the mail.
And I would watch them grade it. I'm going to stand right here and I'm watching you grade that card. Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. I ain't buying shit off a line anymore, man.
Fuck that, dude. Fuck that.
I can't even get an $80 card from eBay without that shit getting lost. And now I'm sitting here waiting for eBay. Oh, you got to wait 3 or 4 business days before we can step in and get you your refund. Even though I told them this is not a fault at the seller. The seller had nothing to do with this. The post office admitted they lost my card. They sent me a thing. I have everything. Like, why do we have to wait? Why do I have to wait 4 days for you guys to then get involved?
You got to take it down to the basement to the one guy who reviews our refunds. He's got to finish his pack of smokes and then he'll get to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Literally the guy from the Office Space with the freaking red stapler.
That's right. That's exactly right.
All right. But before we get too far into this episode, I think we should run this intro real quick.
I was going to say, let's talk more about Incubus.
Yeah. And then we can play a little Incubus. And we could talk more about this 52 Topps. John?
Then we can, everybody listening is like, oh
cheers
my God.
to you over there.
Just for you.
Hey, what the hell is this?
Hey, all right.
What? Come on, you didn't think I would crack another one for the podcast?
I didn't know, man.
It's been a long time.
Hey, cheers to this episode, and let's run that intro. Man, John chugging whiskey over there. Loving it.
What is this Roll Tide sweater you got on?
Oh, it's from Dom Merch, man. Bro Science, Swole, Alabama.
Okay.
Y'all never watched Bro Science on YouTube?
Of course. Who
doesn't? Watch Dom Mazzetti. I think that's his actual real name. And then he had a YouTube channel called Bro Science, and it was the funniest shit, man. And this was back when we were all in college when he was making these videos. And he's still in the YouTube and stuff, but oh yeah. And I bought some of his merch.
All right, great. Sorry
funny.
for that sidetrack. I was like, what the is going on? All right.
Good. Spicy garlic?
Yeah, let's get back into.
You want to do show and tell before we do anything else?
Well, real quick, I just want to talk a little bit more about this 52 Topps because
Yeah. All right.
y'all wouldn't sell that card?
Absolutely not.
No, I'd keep that.
Unless I spent like
I'll keep
$30-something thousand buying
Yeah,
the
it would.
breaks.
Yeah, right. That's that. John just made the exact point that
Yeah.
changes everything.
But if
yeah,
I got it from a blaster box,
if I was just hunting it, and my buy-in cost was 5 figures, yeah.
yeah.
If I just bought a pack off some random shelf and pulled it, like literally Willy Wonka style,
Yeah.
no, I'd keep it. I would keep it. It's the same thing. Like, and I say that because I only have a similar experience. My only experience is with the Sunbreon.
Yeah, true.
You know, like
you got
bought
that.
the one.
See, you got that out of a booster bundle too, man. So like, maybe there's a chance someone gets it out of a hanger box.
I mean, that's completely different. That's not a one. It's not a one of one card. You know, like that's the difference. It kind of feels like a one of one card because it's the Pokemon Chase, but it's not. It's not one of one.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. If I had that card in hand and I'm the one that, regardless of how much I bought, even if I just bought a mega box,
I'd want
and
cash.
holy shit, I got it. Like I got this card. Yeah, man, that's gonna change. That takes away so much debt in my life. It would make my life hell of a lot less stressful financially.
I guess I get that too.
Like it's just that's why I hope. I just pray it goes to the right person. I pray the right person gets it. You know what? Let these big time breakers, let them get the World Series tickets and have fun with trying to tell people they ain't gonna get.
How does that?
We can't give this away.
Like how could that even work in a break? You know,
I don't even know. How do you get that? Like they would probably just have to randomize whatever random team and then hand it off to somebody else. Or I don't know. Do you hold off? Do you trust them enough to hold off?
Well, if your backyard breaks, you just lie and cheat and steal, and then everyone forgets about it.
Yeah, do you trust them enough that they're gonna be like, okay, well, yeah, we're gonna go off and we're gonna send this out to somebody?
Well, you just say, hey, we were gonna give this to you, but we didn't anticipate pulling this good of a card, so then we're just gonna keep it.
It's happened before.
Yeah, so that's probably what they'll do, and then they wait a couple days, and everyone forgets because people just have goldfish brains.
Well, yeah, we don't have to talk about that too much. We can get into a little bit of show and tell, but hey, man, I just pray anybody out there have fun ripping Topps Series 1. Don't go overboard.
Go overboard.
We understand this is.
John's like, pour it on the Yankees.
Listen,
baby.
we understand this is Fanatics and Topps' way of making a crap ton of money off this set.
I was like, but
they already make a shit ton of money off
paper. It's like so much. It's such a heavily printed set.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's I know they have the debut patch autos in this set, and now they're putting a 52 Topps redemption in it. Just don't go overboard, but have fun ripping it. I can't wait to see whoever does pull it. I can't wait to see the videos. It's going to be great.
Also, like a quick plug for our previous episode, if you do pull it, because it's a redemption, don't let Topps persuade you to selling it on Fanatic Live.
Yes.
Get the card in hand.
Yes.
Figure out what to do with it after that.
Get your card.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get your cards.
I forgot that they do that.
Always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold them. Cherish them.
Don't ever let it go.
Yeah, exactly. Don't let them have that.
Yeah. Because they're probably gonna, if I had to guess, they're gonna put like Topps Redemption Mickey Mantle on the PSA slab once you grade it.
Yes.
And they're gonna be like, hey, sell this on Fanatics Live, and I want you to say, no thanks, can I have my card back, please? And that's just my suggestion. But you can do whatever the hell you want, and I hope you make a lot of money if you do sell it.
Yep. It just won't be us. We are not that lucky.
Exactly. We can't even get cards from eBay in the mail.
I can't even get my $80 Yu-Gi-Oh! PSA 8, man.
Yeah, honestly.
I mean, honestly, you know what? Yeah, that was the first time it's ever happened. I've never had an issue like that before.
Yeah, that's weird.
But it completely sucks ass, like it does, and it makes me now go, well, I don't want to do that ever again, because what if that was a $1,000 card?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and now I'm like freaking out. I mean, of course, I still believe eBay is gonna do the right thing. They're gonna refund me my money, and it's fine. I'll get my money back, and it's whatever. Like, it was just but I was really looking forward to having that damn card. It's Magician of
Yeah.
Black Chaos, man. The OG Magician of Black Chaos and a PSA just for the PC, man. That's all it was for. But
All right. Sorry.
hey, you know what? Yeah. Now I'm a victim. I'm a victim of this, of the scams and the scandals in the hobby. So,
There you
but
go.
let's go ahead. Let's see some cards. I'll go first. I'll go first because, man, your boy been buying something
The One Piece. Yeah, here we
completely
go.
different than what Jelly is used to. Your boy's been getting into some One Piece. I've actually, you know what? I wish Luke was on here because I sent the video. Of course, you guys all ignored me.
No, I
the
saw it.
I sent the video of it. The gameplay of the actual TCG is very similar to Dragon Ball Super. So I'm sure Luke would actually get into this set if that was something that he wanted to do. It seems like it's actually a pretty easy game to get into, which is fun. It's not like, Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh! Where it's very intricate, like strategic. Like, I think, you'd just be able to like have fun playing the game, buy some starter decks, things like that. But like I said, the show is awesome. New season's coming out March 10th. I finished the first season. Now I started actually rewatching the anime, and it's way easier to follow now that I watched the live action. So now the anime is like, okay, now like I'm starting to see stuff that was in the live action. I'm like, this is way easier to follow.
You're gonna watch all 1,000 episodes of
I'm
that
just gonna
anime?
keep watching it until the new live action comes
Good
out,
for you,
and then I'll
Jason.
watch the live action, and then maybe I'll get back into it. But but I've been seeing a lot of the cards. I've been wanting some booster boxes, man, and I'll toss up the first ever Jeli Cards One Piece right here, PSA 10, and of course there it is.
Oh,
So this is a PSA 10 Sabo card
Yeah,
from
Dark Magician knockoff.
2023. This is the alternate card. It's not the manga alt art, but this is from Kingdoms of Intrigue. So cool thing about One Piece is that the TCG has actually been only out for like a couple years. So the anime obviously has been going on for a really long time, but they just started the TCG not too
Is that
long
true?
ago. Yeah, I think it's only been out for like a
I
couple
thought the
years.
TCG was old.
I don't think so, man. I think it's honest to God, I think
Am I
it's only
wrong?
been like their third. I think they're coming up on like a third anniversary. I might be wrong,
am I
but I
wrong?
don't think
I don't
so.
know. I
You're gonna
thought
look at me
Larry
and tell me that
mentioned to
I'm
me
wrong?
that it had been around for a
I
while.
don't think so. And then this is my latest pickup for us. This is
Whoa.
another Sabo card, PSA 10. This is from the set Carrying on His Will. I mean, dude, look at that artwork, man. That fucking artwork's sick.
Pretty cool.
PSA 10. I'm telling you right now, and I put this in the group chat.
Yeah, you're right.
I think this card this card from this set, Carrying on His Will, I think this is going to be the Evolving Skies version of One Piece. That set came out in 25, and I believe MSRP was like maybe around like $150 for the booster boxes. They're already selling for like $700, reselling $700,
Well, damn.
and it's been less than a year that set has been out. And you know what really pisses me off? That local card show that I just went to, which I just picked up that Sabo PSA 10. Somebody was selling the booster box. Somebody had the booster box. They were selling single packs. I saw 2 different vendors selling single packs from that set. One for $25 a pack, the other one for $30 a pack. That's how big that set is.
Damn.
And don't sleep on these manga alt arts, man. They are crazy fucking expensive. There was a Sabo red manga art. I can't remember. I forgot what set it's from. But it just sold PSA 10 for like 11,000. And you said, Eric, you did say it's only been out for like a couple years?
Yeah, 3 years.
3 years, yep.
2002. I don't know why Larry was under the impression it had been out for longer, but yeah, it would make sense because the manga's only been, or the anime's only been a thing for probably about, what, 4 or 5 years, maybe? They have 1,000 episodes, and they're doing maybe more than that. I don't know. I have no idea what the run time for that manga is. See, I sound so dumb.
Yeah, I just started getting back into it, so some of that information I don't know yet, but I've been really trying to learn a lot about it, watching a lot of videos, looking at a lot of the cards. I actually think, shout out Warlug, because him and my buddy Brandon, him and I have been talking a lot about TCG, and he's thinking about, well, I sent you guys the picture. He's looking at a lot of DB Superman. And a lot of that stuff, I thought he bought all of that stuff. He went to a storage unit and he had all that stuff.
Damn.
And then now, but he was like, man, maybe might start looking into One Piece.
I'm sick about the DB Super cards, man. I'm sick about it. I'm so
Why?
sick about it.
Why? What's wrong, man?
Because, like, I don't know. We were ripping it with Luke and Larry and stuff, and the price that they were getting it at. And then while we were there, we were looking at it, and we were like, man, it went up a little bit. And then recently, I think, like, Luke or somebody looked, and it's like almost 3x where we looked at it from Ripfest, and we're like, oh my
Dude, I
fucking
just saw
God.
some boosters though.
But we were looking at like a whole case, you know, like
cases,
we were trying
yeah,
to like
boosters
get,
are
like,
only like 150.
yeah, but we were trying to get like a case of a lot of cards because that's what they were ripping, and that's speaking of your One Piece, like the actual TCG being close to DBS. I shouldn't say we. They have so many cards because of the case that they bought. Like, we were like, we should just make decks.
Yes.
And learn this game with all
Yes.
these like common cards, and then just like play it with each other. So
guys,
we're
I
like,
will buy
we're like
starter.
thinking about doing that.
Yeah, we can buy starter decks and just play.
Yeah, like because like I'm into that.
Pre-constructed decks, and we'll just go and
If
play.
it's
man.
close, similar, if any of these cards or if any of these things are similar to like OG Yu-Gi-Oh, I am in because that was the shit to play.
Dude, I'm telling you, watch the video of the One Piece, man. It's just very simple gameplay. I mean, yes, of course, there's strategy to it, but it's very simple. It's just 1v1. Like a bunch of my buddies from work, man, they all go to the local game shop and they all play. They play majority of Magic. They all play Magic, but they said, man, once they all get done with their Magic, all the One Piece people come in. And they just rip a bunch of One Piece, and then they all go in the back at the tables, and then they all play One Piece.
That's what I was saying.
And I'm like, man, dude, and I just want to play some fucking games, man.
Yeah.
Speaking of Magic,
they just
I
shoot
was
the
like,
shit.
I want the Magic avatar cards, like the last.
Dude, I went to
Airbender.
GameStop, man. I went to GameStop and I saw they had a whole box of them. They had a box. They got a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle set coming out.
I don't care about that.
In March.
I do.
Buy the Airbender ones. I want the Appa cards.
All right, man. Buy it, man. What you telling me for?
Yeah, who gives a shit, man?
Yeah, because you've seen it in person,
man. Yeah, I did see
I don't see him in person. You see him in person.
And I purposely didn't buy it. Because I know you wanted it.
Yeah. Eric wants these.
Thanks.
But
Yeah, good.
I'm out.
All right, let's see some cards. Who's got more cards? John's over there just downing his whiskey.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Bartender, get him another one.
Garçon.
Hey man, leave him alone.
I don't think I drank since we did the anniversary episode.
This was the best pickup from my latest show that I went to with
my bald dome in the screen again.
Yeah, I know my big head. Yeah.
No, Jason's.
Yeah. So unfortunately, Luke couldn't attend the show, but I still went with our guest Larry.
There you go.
And this was my big pickup. So this was the Japanese light Espeon. It's a great artwork. Her just kind of upside down, just laying there like a cat. So I was like, I don't know. I bought some like good singles, I was getting some good deals on singles, but then I was like, man, I need to get like a banger. So I was like, I gotta look for something to like,
need some
I gotta
Polytoad.
like sink my teeth into. So got this in a hollow, the Entai promo hollow for $100. So not bad. That seller was great. Like I said, I could tell that guy was like an actual collector, so he was like not trying to scalp me or be like a weird about it. He was like, I get it. So yeah.
That's awesome.
Sweet, man. Awesome pickups.
Yeah.
All right.
Hotcakes, what you got?
I got 2 can't not miss cards first, because once again, I'm the only one who continues the tradition. They're Pokemon cards, and I bought them strictly because I thought that they were cool, and I saw it on Whatnot, and I was just clicking buttons. So first one, it's the 2022 Brilliant Stars Urshifu VMAX.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
PSA
Yes.
9. I bought it for probably like after fees and taxes, maybe $25.
Hey, that's
20
fine.
$20. I was like, what the hell? It costs that much money to grade the card. I'll buy that. Not worth that much. Can't not miss. Next one, 2024 Pokemon Black Star promo, I believe. It's the Terrapagos Ultra Premium Collection. Lapras EX PSA 9.
Damn.
I thought
Sweet.
it was also $20, and I was like, okay, yep, it's gonna cost me that much to grade that card, and it's a PSA 9. I'll take it. Not worth that much. Thank you.
Damn,
So
those went down in price?
I don't know. I was like, what the hell? This is
Oh,
only
I thought you
$20.
meant like you actually saw that they went to $20
Yeah.
for a PSA 9. Yeah, like you're not that now that PSA's increasing their grading.
Yeah.
Their grading costs, man. Yeah.
So
That's
my
a steal.
yeah, that's actually the
Yeah. Oh
reason
my
that
God.
I brought out this show and tell card. So you guys remember the story behind this card? I don't remember if I ever showed it, but it's my 2023 Bowman Drew Jones autograph. Originally a PSA 1,
The PSA 1
corrected to the
where they
PSA
forgot
10.
to put the 0 on the slab.
Dude, that was so.
That was awesome.
That was, my God, dude.
Yeah.
Forgot to put the 0 on the slab.
Oh my God, dude. That should have been a more real flag for us.
Yeah.
They sent you the proof and we're just like, the hell just happened?
Shout out to Nash Cards. I submitted my Drew Jones first Bowman auto to Nash Cards. It came back a PSA 1, and as soon as I saw that, I emailed Nash Cards. I might have even sent them a DM, and I don't know if it was Chris himself who responded, but he was like, "LOL, yeah, that's definitely a screw up. When you get it, send it back, and we can resubmit it for like a review or something." And it got a PSA 10. But yeah, first
so
it was in a PSA 1 slab, and then PSA fixed it and gave it a PSA 10. Good old PSA, am I right, Jason?
No.
They suck.
Yes.
But I
They
still
do
buy
suck.
their slabs.
Correct.
I haven't bought a PSA slab in a long time.
Yeah, but that's because you're Mr. Raw Dog over there.
That's right.
Just raw
That's
dogging
right.
cards over there, man.
I am binder superiority.
Yeah.
Superiority.
You know what? I said raw dog
Use your
because I
words.
didn't know if I could say the word.
Me either, man. After this work happy hour, man,
Superiority.
I'm a little
Yeah.
slurry.
Shame on you guys.
But actually, that's a great segue into it because you've been talking a lot about that in the chat, and especially just piggybacking off of last week's episode, talking about all the unethical stuff that's happening in the hobby, and all these scams that are happening. You can't trust the grading companies. You can't trust the mail carriers anymore. You can't send your cards via post office, FedEx, UPS, or however you're shipping your cards. You can't trust that the grading companies aren't gonna lose them.
Yeah.
So now
Yeah.
you're thinking,
Yep.
hey, the hobby might just go back to just raw as war.
Honestly,
Yes.
let's do it.
You know?
I'm ready. I'm ready. I find complete joy in finding binder cards that I like and not having to worry about if they're grading. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if people who are like trying to sell cards for a living are listening to this. That's not going to sound good to them, but like, I don't know, man. It's just there's too many variables. So now I'm buying a pack. I'm ripping the pack, hoping to get something good. Then if you've passed that, which is already a lot of math that people don't seem to understand, now used to be where the only thing you were betting on was like, man, I hope this is a 10 and not a 9. Now I'm betting on it going there and not getting lost, it getting to the grading company and not getting lost. Now I have to make sure it gets the grade that I want. Then I have to make sure that it gets back to me safely.
Yeah.
Like
And
there's
it gets
too
put
many
in the
layers.
right mailbox.
There's too many layers of variables that are like, I don't know, people are too aware. Like people are like,
there's
honest,
too many people who are in the know, like you say all
Yes.
the time.
There's
There are
too many
too many
people-
people in the know.
there's too many people who are aware of what are in those packages where it's just like, it's not, unless you're going to grade with like somebody like Nash, where you have that added layer of protection where like your card's not going to stray from that lot or if it does, like you have a very marketed and like you have some muscle behind it, but like these like random people who are just like, I gotta send my card to PSA. Oh no. Like if imagine like some 8-year-old pulls that mantle and they're like, let's get that graded, Dad.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Do not put that in the mail. Like,
We gotta fly to California.
yeah. Yes. You have to go to PS.
I sent my base set Charizard in the mail. Obviously, that was a few years ago, but still,
too.
like,
Me too.
it took me a long time to get that card graded because I was so afraid that what if it gets lost? Luckily, it came back. Luckily, I got it.
Yeah. Awful. I liken it to when I had to switch my pay over and they sent me a check from my old company and then I had to mail that. And I'm like, what? That's the system we've worked out. In 2024, I have to mail this check with a number I've never seen in my life on it and just like hope it gets there. Oh my God. Like that's like, but that's like what the mantle would feel like to somebody.
Yeah.
If it went to the right person. Like, do not put that in the mail.
Well, it's, the problem is there's so many, like you said, there's so many people in the know that they know these addresses now. They know these addresses. They know if they just see a card company's name on the address, like they're going to, or if it says it's from eBay, like what a bubble mailer looks like now. That that's what we use, standard packaging for a card. So everyone's looking out for it, and they definitely know PSA's address, and they know where these cards are going to, so they're gonna jack your shit. John, how do you feel? How do you think the hobby is eventually gonna move to just, hey, raw cards, man, just buying? I go to shows all the time, and it's, dude, every single vendor has probably at least 2 binders on their tables now, full
That's
of,
awesome.
and obviously these are primarily Pokemon cards,
Right.
like with the binders, they're primarily TCG. But I mean, almost like I said, every single table, at least 2 binders.
See, I think that right there is a future podcast topic that maybe we can talk about all together. The reason, or at least like to bring it up on the podcast, do you think that the reason that you're seeing so many binders at TCG shows is because that part of the quote unquote hobby is still heavily filled with collectors versus you go to a card show, you're going to see basically showcases full of slabs and just high priced raws. And that's because those people are now in it to make money / make it their living. But anyway, I think the word that I would use instead of like saying everybody's in the know is that unfortunately there's just too many like dishonest people or people that are just always trying to take advantage of other people. Because like you said, Jason, I've been doing this for years, and usually I get my stuff sent via USPS, and thankfully my mailman is really awesome and he's like always looking out for me. So I'm fortunate enough to have that, but people all over the country, not everybody's like that. Not a lot of mail workers are like that. FedEx isn't like that. And what's worst of all, which I do agree with, is like the shittiest part of it, is that the cards companies and the grading companies themselves are also dishonest. So just reiterating what Eric said, people are putting all of this money and all of this trust into something that they love just to get screwed over, lose the card, lose all of that money, lose all of that sentiment, and they get nothing in return. They just get taken advantage of. And again, like Eric said, a few days go by, people forget about it, and they just move on. It's starting to piss me off, but I do love that. I love the thought of binder superiority. And if it takes over the sports card hobby, I would be really shocked, but I could see it becoming a like actual thing in the TCG hobby.
Man, I didn't even think about it. I did not even think about the whole sports. You
don't
nailed
think it
it.
would
John
relate.
nailed it.
I don't think it would relate to sports cards though, because you don't see too many. Like that's where like the shoe boxes come in, and people are already doing that in on the sports card side. They're already flipping, as we call it, raccooning through
Trademark.
the dumpsters.
That's ours. Don't steal
People
that.
are just looking through shoe boxes trying to find hidden value in those. versus me personally, I think a lot of people are just on the TCG side, they're finding cards to complete sets, or they're just finding cards for their own PCs and stuff like that. Like, I don't think it would necessarily relate that much to the sports card side, but I could definitely see it, and I do see it at a lot of these shows that a lot of people are just they flip through binders, man. I don't take the time to do
Fun,
it
man.
because I I should probably take more time, but I'm so it's just when you have all of these slabs just sitting in front of you, it's very hard to,
Chocolate boy.
like, yeah, it's very hard to just not look at all the but I always my first thing I do when I hit these shows is I just quick lap around, see what people got,
So awful at that, dude.
and then I just go with but hey, man, when I bought that One Piece card, man, I mean, that was probably one of the last tables I hit. There was not that many there was a ton of vendors with raw One Piece. Tons of raw One Piece. But now in my head though, I'm going, well, if I buy it raw though, like I'm nervous about sending it to get it graded. So now I'm almost hesitant buying raw.
Elaborate.
I'm almost hesitant buying raw, and I'm almost hesitant that, okay, what if I buy a booster box to open? How am I sending these cards out? Am I gonna risk sending them out and them getting lost? So now these thoughts are going to my head when I'm seeing raw cards and when now I'm thinking about buying boxes to open. And that's why I stick strictly to just already graded. They're right there. I could see it. Look up the PSA cert number. Make sure it's legit. Done. Easy. Have a nice day.
Interesting take.
I guess that's probably the best way to do it if you're thinking from a business standpoint, right?
Well, just even for my
Then you
own
don't have to
personal,
worry
like if I
about
want graded cards for my own personal collection too,
yeah,
you know?
yeah, true. But from a business standpoint, yeah, you probably should deal in only already graded. Takes the opinion out, so that's
Just
the
takes the
opinion
risk out of
or
it.
the opinion's already determined or whatever. So
Right, exactly.
Why do you think it's an interesting take, John?
I don't know, like, again, like Eric said, if, first of all, again, going back to a previous episode, everything that you do in the hobby going forward, people who are listening to this podcast episode, if you're going to send cards out, even if you sold a card and it's worth a good amount of money or it's worth nothing, you need to record it. You need to record yourself doing it. So if you're going to submit some cards to a grading company, record yourself doing it. And like I would say on the recording, today is, I don't know, February 11th. I'm creating a PSA submission order with Nash cards. Here are the cards I'm submitting.
another great point from John. Yes.
So do that. Secondly, like if you are approaching it in the business sense or you want to like make money on cards, grading unfortunately is a necessity. And if you have a card that you think has gem potential, like everybody is already taking the risk in buying cards. What's another risk in the lives of all of us gamblers out there? You can't be afraid to do it, but everything points to you should be afraid because people lose 5-figure cards in the gosh dang mail. So I get it, but I don't think it should deter you. You just gotta make sure you cover your ass, basically.
Well, then how do you guys feel about talking about Raw's War and talking about maybe there
Love that.
might be a more of a focus on just keeping cards raw, pack fresh, because now PSA announced, hey guys, sorry, I know it's taken 6 to 8 I know it's taken 6 to 8 months for your cards to get back, even though you're paying for like a 45-day service. But by the way, we need more money from you guys. So we're increasing our prices again. So all the prices are getting increased while turnaround times are getting increased, but they're already delayed to be fucking in with.
So I obviously fuck off, right? So let me just establish that from my own
Man,
personal
we need to
opinion.
drink more on this podcast.
Yeah, obviously,
so.
like PSA. Okay, if that's coming from your boy,
John's licking the glass over there.
Cheers,
yeah,
brother.
if that's coming from your boy, cup of bean,
Cup
fuck
of
off
bean.
PSA.
Yeah.
But I saw, because like once I clicked that tweet, you know, like Twitter just starts feeding me just like
Yep.
he likes, you know. So then I got the So shout out Cards Max, John's boy. He was out here
my boy.
trying to. No, I'm not. Yeah, obviously not. Are anybody of our boys? Because Jesus Christ. But he was like trying to take PSA's defense, and his point was this is basically to eliminate all the Pokemon spam. So the way I interpreted that is like PSA is making it like, hey, stop sending me your bullshit. Like,
Interesting.
if you want to
Yeah, I
get a
got you.
card graded, send me the SARs. Stop sending me your bullshit. Stop spamming me and bogging everything down because I have to treat every card the same, even though they're not all the same in terms of output. Stop spamming me. That was like, if you're trying to establish a PSA's defenses to doing this and to why, it's that. Where I'm just like, hey, maybe we just like hire more people,
Right.
you know?
And that should
just
be
like,
their defense in raising the prices
It's
to
just-
be like, oh, okay, we're raising the prices because turnaround times are
going
so
down.
delayed that we need more
Yeah.
graders. So
Yes.
unfortunately, because of this, we
Yeah.
have to increase the
Yes.
prices in order to pay
Wolves can't
more
move.
people to do it. But it's not any of that. We come on, like they just we're getting flooded again. Dude, just keep raising the prices. People keep sending us the cards. People keep sending their graded cards to us. So what does it matter? Just charge them more money. But we'll say it's because it's to help, turnaround times and to help get your cards back and to open more locations. Like, come on, you guys are opening up all these locations and you're telling me that you can't afford it, that you need to increase the prices. Like, you don't open up a new location and then decide, okay, we're going to increase prices because shit, we just opened too many of them. You're opening them globally. Like, don't sit there and tell me you have to increase the prices again. You just increased the prices like a few months ago. And now you're charging us more money. You just bought out Beckett. You already had SGC. You bought Beckett now. Now I have to value bulk went from $21.99 to $24.99. Value went from $27.99 to $32.99. Value plus $44.99 to $49.99. Value max $59.99 to $64.99. And then regular is $74.99 to $79.99. And then your estimated turnaround times increased. Value Plus went from 40 to 45 business days. Value Max went from 30 to 35. And regular went from 20 to 25, which is bullshit anyways, because it's taken them like 2 months just to even process the damn order. I gave those two vintage Topps cards. I'm still waiting for those to come back, and I submitted those in September.
Yeah.
Shit.
And I want to make sure I don't, misconstrue anything. I will directly quote Mr. Cards Max. Quote, "It sucks, but people still don't recognize how necessary this is. And the utter garbage, inexperienced graders are still submitting at the lower levels, clogging everything else up." End quote. Okay, obviously, guy can't form a sentence, so we know that. Okay, because that doesn't make sense. But yeah, who are you to judge what the fuck I grade?
Thank you. Agree.
Okay, hey, look at me. I was digging for my childhood cards, finally found them, and I want to grade some of my favorite cards. Who the
To
fuck
have
are
them
you?
authenticated and protected.
Yeah,
by
who
them.
the fuck are you to tell me that like I'm lesser than you? Cards Max, and you're invited on the podcast to debate me.
We're gonna have
Because
lots
I'll
of
argue
Jeff
with you.
Wilson style.
Yeah,
Yeah.
after I watched Jeff Wilson dog walk that dude, gladly come on this podcast, Card Max. I'll get blasted drunk and destroy you.
God. We're gonna make lots of enemies in this hobby.
Hey,
But
yeah, hey,
yeah, man.
I don't want to be. I
Keep
don't want.
spreading the love.
I don't want friends of Cards Max. Like, who are you to tell me? Like, who are you to degrade the lower level guy? Like, what does that mean? Like, what? Like, okay, so then you're just like you are just a poison of the hobby because it's not a hobby. Then you're just looking for a money churn.
Also, at the same time, I don't like what he said about, everybody submitting to the lower level because that relates to what we just talked about last episode, where that one person said, I work for PSA. You want better grades, pay more money. Use the faster turnaround or services, pay more money.
All these
And
guys
that's
are
basically what he's
shills.
saying. Just all these people just sending all this crap to the
All these guys are
cheapest
shills.
to the cheapest service
Thank
level
you.
they can get, and they're flooding us. They're flooding all they're making it worse for the people who are actually spending more money because
Told you
we
so.
care more about the people who spend more money. That's what they want. Stop sending all your crap to the cheapest one you can possibly send to because we need to dedicate more time to the Logan Pauls out there who are going to spend hundreds of
Awful.
dollars to get their cards graded.
Such
Awful.
bullshit.
And that's
It's
what
all- yeah.
PSA cares about. They want to focus more on
It's awful.
high end. They don't want the crap anymore. They don't want the IRs. They don't want the Shaman IR from Destined Rivals because you're hoping that card's going to make you $90. They want the
I don't
cards
even
that are going
care
to make
about
10
that.
figures.
Like, who are you to tell me, like, maybe that's my favorite Pokemon? Like,
My favorite baseball player.
what the hell? Yeah, my favorite baseball player, my favorite X, my favorite whatever. Like, who are you to tell me what to do because it's not worth enough in your eyes?
Because
Okay,
you're not paying enough.
great.
Because you're
I
not
don't
paying
care.
enough to have it. You want your cards back
I'm more,
faster, give me
I'm
more
more
money.
mad at Cards Max and his like vocal defensive PSA. If that's what, like, he's taking this unprovoked stance for them, and I'm sure that there's people who share the same opinion. Probably like there's people in that after that tweet saying like, "Hey, you're just Jeff Wilson Jr." So
Exactly.
it's like, cool. Yeah, obviously you want that because you want your PSA cards back faster because you're whatever doing whatever you want. But like, you're not everybody.
Do you think this is
Like-
now going to force? Do you think this is now going to force people to get into different grading companies?
I
Like
that.
Like,
Or-
is my thought process around using different graders becoming like a little bit more
I was
apparent
seeing
right
that.
now?
I
You know
was
what I'm
seeing
saying?
that.
Like,
I was
does
seeing
tag
that
look a
on
little
Twitter.
good?
I was.
Do they
seeing
look
that on
better?
Twitter. I was seeing that on Twitter, and it was. I think it was a lot of tag because people recognize that CGC and now Beckett are just PSA Junior because they're all feeding from the same tit, which is
SGC.
collectors.
SGC,
Like, whatever. What did I say?
CGC.
SGC. Sorry. Yeah. So like, but I saw a lot of tag, like as like because you're looking for the impartial grading alternate because they have the whole AI sort of.
John's getting mad.
I mean, whatever. I don't care because I don't want to grade with anybody right now. Like ever. Like I'd rather just.
You're
collect
going
the
back
cards
to
I
your
wanna collect.
original ways,
Yeah.
the original thing that you
Yeah.
said from the start.
Yeah.
Why do we have to grade any cards? Why can't we just keep everything raw?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. The reason that I changed my opinion from that was it's like there was the whole
Because it was a
protection
necessity.
aspect. No, it was like the whole like, yeah, this is a nice card. Let's put this in like a nice exterior plastic protector thing that I don't have to really worry about that's better than a top loader.
Exactly.
So, and like that was the reason why. And like you were just hoping for a 10 and like, oh, that'd be awesome if it's a 10. Like, this looks good. Now it's just like, it's got to be a 10 and let's fucking pray to God I get it back in the mail because like everybody's in the know and they're just going to steal my shit. So,
All right, John. What do you think, man?
It's a lot to
Think tag looks a little better right now?
Sure, man. Like, first of all, going back, Eric nailed it on the head. Who is anybody to tell me what cards I should send, how much value they have? And like I've said a billion times on this damn podcast, who is PSA to tell me the value of the card using money numbers? And then they have the audacity to upcharge me because they think that it's worth that much money. So, first of all, told you so. Whoever the hell posted that thing on Facebook that said, hey, send your cards to the higher grading services, pay more money. And then what the hell just happened yesterday? PSA sends out an email. Hey, prices are going up. Turnaround
Yeah.
times are going up.
Everything's more expensive.
Yeah, so what the hell are you talking about? I told you so. Secondly, at Cards Max and anybody who shares that opinion, if you are going to complain that there are too many quote-unquote spam cards being sent at the lower levels, I would understand if you only raised the price and turnaround times went down. Because then the money makes sense. Okay, you're getting more money to hire more people so that the cars come back faster. But
Can't
that
raise your prices and then not
exactly
deal with the issue of the turnaround time.
If
that
you want people to
argument,
pay for their garbage, okay, fine. But then, like, don't make me also wait for it.
so that argument is out the window because, like, it's not gonna. You might deter people, but why in the hell would that then lead to higher turnaround times? You're telling me that they want less cards coming in and they're charging more money and their turnaround times go up? That doesn't work. That doesn't happen. So that's bullshit. And yeah, pisses me off. But getting back to tag, this is a pessimistic warning. I hope I'm wrong, but if it gets to the point where people are sending tons of cards to tag, I regret to inform you that this same kind of thing might happen. They're either going to get flooded, they're going to have to shut down or stop submissions until they can catch up. And where are people going to go? They're going to go back to PSA. They're going to go to other grading companies.
But they use like technology though. They
I
use
understand.
like machines and stuff, so they might be able to grade your cards at a faster rate rather than just like some person that's sitting in front of a stack of 500 cards or 1,000 cards,
I
whatever.
think-
And then
yeah.
look at that one video that what was it, the Boston Card Hunter posted where he interviewed a former PSA grader, and that grader literally said, yeah, we get like a minute maybe per card. That's it. They don't want us spending any more time other than
That actually seems
maybe
like
a
long
minute.
time.
Well, he said it's like seconds. He's like,
Yeah,
30
that seems
seconds,
like a
done,
long time.
gone.
A minute.
Yeah, a
like-
minute is a lot.
You're telling me right now you're basing your decision on my card in seconds.
Yeah.
Little seconds. 10, done. 9, done. PSA 1, done.
Bingo. Thank you. Yep.
Yep.
Hey, man. So I'm pissed. I'm beyond pissed.
And even to build off of what John just said, that happens, tag balloons in value, PSA then just buys them.
Good job, Eric.
And then PSA months later launches a PSA little, like, whatever that's called, AI,
Lowercase.
not lowercase, but like the, not exponent, but the, I guess, subponent, I guess.
I don't understand.
Like if you did like PSA subponent AI,
Yeah.
and they're just going to rebrand tag as their own PSA AI software. I literally watched Pepsi do the same thing.
There you go.
Pepsi bought Poppy, the prebiotic soda, and if you've been watching the Olympics, they're now just launching a Pepsi prebiotic.
Damn.
Jeez. Damn.
So there you go.
There you go,
Like
Jason.
there's precedent. Like it's like it would make sense for PSA to just buy tag, absorb it, and then make it like a selection that you do. You want PSA standard, you want PSA AI,
Interesting.
and it's just boom. And like that was just formally tagged. Like it's in my head, it's just like it's inevitable that that's what's going to happen. Collectors is going to buy it. I shouldn't say PSA is going to buy it.
Hopefully tag holds their ground if that does happen, because man, if they start getting those like grading, grading machines in like local hobby shops and stuff where you can just go there and put your cards into the machine, 2 hours later come back and your cards graded, like if that becomes like a legit thing,
until somebody cracks that thing, puts a bunch of fireworks in it and blows it up.
I'm sure it would be monitored by the shop. Like if you're gonna like be using, they're not just gonna put them next to the vending machines that Larry's going to.
Yeah,
I
right.
think there are gonna actually be probably, like, select locations that will have them, but I think that's a pretty sweet deal, like, if I can just go right there and then, yeah, just like, "Hey, in a couple hours, my card's gonna get graded." They notify me, "Hey, your cards popped, like, you come pick them up." That would be awesome. That's gonna be huge for Tag to be able to do stuff like that, because then everything we just talked about, it completely eliminates you having to deal with that risk. Having you to deal with the risk of shipping your cards out. Are they gonna get to the location I'm sending them to? Am I gonna get them back? Is someone gonna jack them at this grading company? There's so many things now that, like, make you just go, "God," like, this hobby used to be fun, and now I'm just stressed the fuck out. Like, now I'm losing an $80 card in the damn mail, and I have to go through the hassle, the tedious process of going through fucking eBay to try to get my damn return.
Yeah,
It's not a
that's what
hard
really sucks.
process, but it's like, my life is already
Annoying.
busy enough. I don't need added stress to it,
Amen, brother.
you know?
Yeah,
That's
this
my
is supposed to be the one relief.
yeah,
Yeah. This is
exactly.
supposed to be my outlet to have fun, and now, like, you're just making it not fun for me anymore. Like, you're making it so expensive to the point where I have to, like, sit back and contemplate, should I spend this money or not? Like, is it wise for me to spend the money, or should I save it for something else that's actually important? Like, life important. You know what I mean? Like, I just wanna sit and I just wanna buy a booster box of One Piece because 'cause I'm getting super into One Piece and have fun and open
It's
the
a
damn
One Piece.
cards, and I just wanna buy stuff and then yeah, and then just go to the local game shop and just play a TCG game with my buddies, man, or, you know? Let's all play DB Super, man, and have fun and just hang out.
Yeah,
Jelly meetings turn into DB Super games, man.
sounds amazing. And we
You know
can
what I'm
watch
saying?
DB Super while we're doing it.
While we have it on the TV.
So
Yeah,
good.
absolutely.
I know we're kind of getting towards the end here, but I want to add another layer that someone said, oh, Eric saying that they would buy tag triggered this memory. So I don't know where I saw it on Twitter. So if by some reason the person who tweeted this sees this podcast or listens to this podcast, I am trying to give you credit. I just don't remember your at, but I saw a tweet that said it was a quote tweet for PSA's increase in prices. And the tweet said, one day, if anybody's kids or grandkids ever go to law school, they're going to hear about this case. So I just want to elaborate on that because another layer to this is, like Jason said, collectors already bought SGC. They already bought Beckett. And now they have cornered a large chunk of the market. And now they're increasing prices and increasing turnaround times. And so that's just an added layer to their monopoly. Something to think about because if they do buy tag, they now have, I don't know, like they already have 80%, they're going to have
Yeah,
85%.
I don't know if that's what I've thought about. I've thought about I tap in the shout out Mrs. Cooper, 7th grade social studies where she first taught me about monopolies, you
Nice.
know? I'm like, how is any of this? But I think monopolies only really apply to necessities or like essentials, right? So like,
Okay.
like Kiwi shoe polish has like 90+% of the market share, but they're not a monopoly because it's not a necessity, right? So
Good.
that's how
Good
that
to
was
know.
like that. I remember that always being like the example, like of like an extreme like brand that owns a ton of market share, but it's not a monopoly because it's
I
not like
appreciate that.
oil or,
Good insight.
you know, kind of stuff like that or whatever. So
Okay. Fair enough. Never mind
yeah.
then.
But I've thought about the same thing because I'm like, so the your point still stands. The competitive advantage is
Yes.
completely gone.
Yep. And they're going to keep doing these price raises for as long as they want. Right?
To the point where it's just gonna don't send your
Honest,
cards to get graded.
honest
It's like,
opinion.
it's not important.
Do either of you think that these prices will ever come back down?
No. They'll
I don't think
drop
so
their
either.
Prices?
Yeah.
Absolutely not. They
Thank you.
will never drop their prices unless they are
I feel
unless it gets to a point where they just, like, they're losing their company,
Yeah.
and that will never happen.
that Yeah,
Thank you.
it's
I
like
agree.
it's gonna get to a point like if they do this and then do another one, like there's maybe going to be a cracking point where it's just there's gonna be a point where it just doesn't make sense, man. Like we're like, holy crap. Like it just even if I'm trying to be a scalper, buy and sell flipper guy, like these numbers don't make sense on top of the gamble that I'm taking on this being a 10 versus a 9.
Yeah.
Which, like, we didn't even talk about how 9s, I
we
think, are gonna go up
yeah,
in
we didn't talk
value
about
now,
that.
but, like
Yeah, we'll have to do that next episode.
yeah,
Yeah.
but, like, oh, golly. Awful.
Listen,
Jason.
at the end of the day, and we could finish on this.
Binders, baby.
Binder superiority, but PSA is going to be their own demise. They're eventually at some point they're gonna make the prices so too expensive to the point where people are not going to grade with them anymore, or they're just not gonna do it, and they're gonna realize that they just ruined their own shit. Like they did all this work, built this company to where it is now, and they're gonna get to a point where they're just gonna get too greedy. Insert
Out of greed.
pot of greed, and it's gonna get to a point where people Jesus. It's gonna get to a point where people are just gonna be like, okay, yeah, I'm not paying these prices anymore. And then they're gonna sit back and go, whoops, damn, now we have all these locations and we can't afford to
Yeah.
pay anybody. That's what's gonna happen.
I
But
don't know. Yeah,
we can yeah. We can end there though. What a great episode. What a
Sure.
fucking great episode.
All these
man.
episodes are shit, dude.
No, they're great.
Yeah.
Absolutely great. And then
Disclaimer,
John,
if you're still here, I've
Yeah.
already had, like, fucking 5 beers, so, you know.
there we go. That's what needs to happen every single time. We even got
Sorry if I
John
was a
having a
little loose.
glass of whiskey, man.
Yeah, it rarely
Loose
happens.
cannon.
Once every, like, I don't
John
know,
even
3 to
had
4
a
months
glass
maybe.
of whiskey,
And I
man.
do love whiskey / bourbon. That's what it was.
There you go. I had a little Captain Morgan.
Nice.
Yep, and some sugar-free pink lemonade.
God
ruined
damn,
it.
Yeah,
Jesus, that
man.
sounds like
Yep.
shit.
Put hair
Not
on
gonna
your
lie.
chest.
They had us in the first half.
Yeah, that sucks, Jason. What?
Oh man, that was good. It got the
Captain
job done.
Morgan and pink lemonade?
Sugar-free pink lemonade, man. Sugar-free.
And a
Somebody
Diet Coke
called me
'cause I'm
out
watching
in
my
a
weight.
in a comment on our last post, our last podcast, saying our energy drinks are fucking terrible for you. I'm like, aw, you listen to the episode.
He cares. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's
All right,
cute.
John,
That's nice.
take it away, man.
Yeah, we talked about a lot. If you made it this far, we appreciate you. If you found
Our
the
condolences.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, sorry.
We appreciate you and we apologize. I just want to say, if PSA or somebody from PSA ever listens to this podcast episode, if you ever do lower your prices, I promise to be the one to praise you for it, because I am a very angry person when it comes to card grading. And if you actually did something like that, I would be very appreciative. But anyway, do I think it's going to happen? Unfortunately not. So thank you everybody for listening. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel, Jeli Cards, JeliCards. Like the videos if you can. That'd be really cool too. You can listen to the Jeli Cards podcast on Apple and Spotify. I love it when people rate the podcast. So if you enjoy the things we talk about, please rate the podcast. If you leave a review, it would you'd absolutely make my day. So please do that as well. You can follow us on X, Instagram, Facebook. I try to go on Whatnot every now and then at Jeli Cards, JeliCards. And I know that this podcast episode might have been pretty heated or pretty angry at times, but again, it's all just coming from a passion for cards, a passion for collecting, buying, selling, trading, collecting, throwing it in the binder. That's what it's all about. So no matter what, at the end of the day, as always,
It's not real life. It's cardboard.
keep spreading the love of this hobby. From your friends at Jeli Cards.